Kelsey, your senior year, wow, did you ever think that would happen when you first came here?
I did not. I didn't expect it in a million years.
What's it been like, the progression going through from becoming a high school player and a senior, and then going off to college and to where you are now? How would you describe that journey?
I would definitely say it's a journey. It's a big difference from freshman year to senior year. You kind of get into the swing of things and kind of get caught up in how college works and the ins and outs of what you need to do, and you kind of just get into a routine that you just continue to do, and kind of everything just falls into place.
Okay, so as a senior citizen now, Jewell, let's go through a couple of points here. How do things work at the college level? What would you say to, or what have you said to maybe some of your younger teammates, for instance?
I would say just, especially with being a college athlete, you got to manage your time really well, and that's the one thing I've always kind of had that ability to do in high school as well, but you just have so much more going on in college that that's something that I would definitely tell incoming freshmen, that you just got to make sure you manage your time well and have fun as well.
Right.
You got to make sure you're having fun. But
that's the number one thing I think every senior who's ever sat in one of these chairs has said, is that the time management. Mm-hmm. For you, what was the toughest part about that?
I think it was the trips that we take. Leaving Thursday, missing class Thursdays, Fridays, and then having Saturdays, game day, and then you're traveling back. So you have like Sunday to do all of that homework. Yeah. And then whether you have a test the next day, you still got to get studying for it. And it's just a lot to handle at once. Can
you study on the bus?
Sometimes over the years I've gotten better at it. Freshman year it was hard for me to do just because there's so much commotion going on, people talking or conversations getting started, so you're studying in the zone for a while and then you get sidetracked, and it's just hard to keep focused on one thing all the time.
What's the thing that maybe you were the most surprised about coming from high school to college, other than the time organization? Was there something that really jumped up and bit you?
I think the difficulty of the classes. Like high school, when you're in high school, you think that those are hard classes, and then you come to college and you're like, wow, those weren't hard at all. Like, I think that was probably the main thing. And then just being away from family is a big adjustment as well, but it gets easier with time.
That is something that you have to learn to deal with, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Ottumwa, Iowa is your hometown?
It is, yes.
You know, I'm sure you heard this, maybe you know, the old series MASH with one of the characters from Ottumwa. Yep. And they painted it as such a rural town, but is that true? I mean, what's the town like?
It's actually expanding. Every time I go home and visit, they feel like they have something new going on, but it is a small town, Iowa. Probably 20-some thousand people.
Okay, so it's not that small.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But I don't know, it's just home for me.
Yeah.
It's not like city life like Kansas City, but I've fallen in love with Kansas City. So,
oh, have you?
Yeah, so I plan on staying here.
Well, that was my question. What are you going to do after school? Are you going to stay in this area?
Yes, the plan is staying here.
What are you going to do?
I have a part-time job at Commerce Bank already lined up.
Wow.
I'm hoping to go to grad school. I'm still applying for that, and hopefully be able to do both at the same time so I can get my master's.
Would your master's be in something financially related?
Yeah, master's in accounting.
Wow. Okay, good. So you're going to stay in Kansas City, get your master's, and then work here and all that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
At least for the next 2-3 years.
I know you've been really close to your family. You are very close to your family. They get to see you very often?
They do. They make trips up here all the time, and whenever I get to go home, I see them. I think the older I've gotten, the less I've seen them, just because my sister's in college as well, and she's got games going on, and I want them to see her play as well.
Right.
But I see them quite often.
How about the games going on for you? Your senior season here now, what's kind of become your role on the team?
I think my role, I guess it's more of cheering on my team right now, and then when I get the opportunity to go in to shoot the three, it's always kind of been my role. But
yeah, it really has been your role.
Yeah.
And that long-range bombing mentality, you kind of have to have the right mentality. I don't think everybody can do it.
Yeah.
What's it like to be in that role?
I think ever since I was younger, that was always just been my main specialty. Yeah. Even in high school, I was the three-point shooter on our team. I don't really know where it came from. I just practiced it all the time and became really well at it, and that was the one thing I focused on more so than anything else.
This is maybe a dumb question to ask somebody that's made her living, so to speak, with the three-pointer, but there's been some criticism lately from some professional coaches that the three-pointer doesn't belong in the game. Do you even remember when there was no three-point line? You have to go back a ways.
Yeah, I don't remember when there wasn't.
Yeah, and I think it's really opened some things up for people that are, like you said, have kind of been in that role and they can shoot that. So, you want to coach? Would you coach your own kids, say, somewhere distant future?
Yeah, I definitely would. I'm getting my minor in coaching, so
Okay.
that way I have the opportunity to eventually do that. I think basketball has always been a big part of my life, and it's always in my heart, and it's gonna stay there forever. So. It'll be something that I'll get back into, I think, eventually.
Well, I know no one works harder than you. I see you, working out in the off times and all that kind of stuff. And does that kind of become addictive? I mean, hearing the ball go through the net become kind of addictive?
Oh, yeah. I constantly kind of get caught up in the moment thinking, what am I going to do once basketball season's over?
Yeah.
And I can't see myself not coming down to the gym just to shoot or not coming down to run and work out. I think it's just my mentality. I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
It's going to be a change not to do that.
At some point when the ball stops bouncing in basketball, will you play other life sports? Do you play, I don't know, anything else?
I golfed in high school, so I'm hoping I have kind of stepped away from that, from basketball and being in college.
When would you have time to do that?
Yeah. Right. But I hope to step back into that and kind of pick that up again. It's just something fun to do, and but hopefully I'll be able to still play basketball for a few more years, just pick up games and have fun.
Yeah. Your teammates have said that this team in particular is very close, and that even with as many new faces as there are, that it's very close. And I know that's been kind of a theme throughout your years here. Can you tell people what that's like?
It's reassuring. You don't have your family here with you, but your basketball team kind of becomes your family. Like, you can rely on those girls. You spend so much time with them every single day for a couple hours, and then on the weekends all the time. So
Sure.
It's just a bond that's created that you just kind of feel like they're part of your family as well.
At your senior banquet, which is coming up this spring, you'll have the opportunity to say something if you choose to, and you can, I guess, take as much time as you want. Have you thought about what you might say, if anything?
I actually haven't thought about that yet.
Oh.
No. I was just thankful for the opportunity that I've gotten to play here, but other than that, I haven't really put much thought into it yet.
What will that be like going down the stretch for you?
I think it's going to be kind of sad, bringing back a lot of memories of, back when I was a young kid playing basketball in the gym with my dad, and just kind of all those memories kind of start festering up, and you just kind of realize, like, wow, it's coming to an end, and you never really thought that time would come.